Breaking news just into the WACH Fox Content Center. Governor Henry McMaster making it official. McMaster putting pen to paper on a plan that lets legal gun owners openly carry handguns without a permit or training. Good evening, everyone. I'm Freddie Clairvaux. The plan has been a hotly debated issue at the State House. Just this week, lawmakers from both the House and Senate met to try to hammer out some sticking points, and it didn't look like the plan would reach the finish line. Now it's officially crossed it. We have team coverage on that controversial topic. We begin with our Claire Foley, who's live at the State House. Claire, what can you tell us?
Well, Friendy, South Carolina is now the 29th state in the country that now has an open carry law on the books. The governor signing that plan into law this afternoon in a ceremony closed to reporters. But I'm sure many of you at home are wondering what this law really means. So let me explain. Under this law, anyone over the age of 18 who can legally own a handgun now has the right to carry it openly and without training. The state's concealed weapons permit is still offered with the training course. The new plan still doesn't allow people to carry weapons into places like churches, government buildings, or any business that clearly posts an anti-gun policy, but it still has some questioning how the law can be enforced if officers can't question why someone may openly carry in public.
This bill also prohibits law enforcement from questioning people who have guns if they're openly carrying and asking for their ID or asking for their permit, because they're not required to have a permit. So unless a felon is doing something else and then they find that they have a gun, they're not going to be able to use this as a tool to inquire as to whether or not someone legally is owning this weapon.
The argument that some Republican lawmakers are making is that the bill increases the penalties for people convicted of gun crimes. Governor McMaster posting on X saying, quote, "With my signature, South Carolina is now the 29th state in the country with constitutional carry. The bill expands the Second Amendment rights of our law-abiding citizens and will keep violent criminals behind bars with increased penalties for illegal gun use and possession." But those actually making the arrests say this doesn't protect anyone. In a statement, Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott saying in part, quote, "This is a win for the criminals who can now walk around with a gun and law enforcement cannot do anything about it. I support the right to carry, and it was already in place with concealed weapons permit and the proper training, but this does nothing to make our communities safer. Instead of getting guns off the street, we just put more guns on the street." And Columbia Police Chief Skip Holbrook agrees, saying in part, quote, "The unrestricted carry, open or concealed without standards and accountability, is unsafe and places additional burden on police officers. Background checks and training is paramount to general public safety and reducing access to those otherwise prohibited from possessing a firearm. The unintended consequences certainly outweigh the need for such legislation." And Friendy, another part of this law that people are concerned with is that there's no language about requiring training. It just says that it's encouraged and that the state will foot the bill if people want to take them up on that offer. But SLED tells me that they can't move forward with that training process until lawmakers approve the roughly $5 million to do it. Now, in the meantime, people still can take the concealed weapons training through SLED, but this law takes effect immediately. Reporting live from the State House, Claire Foley, WACH Fox News, Local First.
Stay up to date with this story and more. Subscribe to our WACH Fox YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to never miss an update.